Welcome to The Snack, a lighter serving of Girls Gotta Eat.
This is a Dear Media production.
Enjoy.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Happy Snack Day.
Happy Snack Day. Cute.
You just asked me if my mom listens to The Snack, and it made me laugh out loud. I don't know why you said
Just
it's so
because I
cute.
was specific, like The Snack, like I didn't know if she was just a Monday girly.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, like, if you don't know anything about pop culture, like, I think that we have people, listeners of all ages,
Yeah.
but, like, I think you probably age out of The Snack at, like, 70.
Cindy doesn't.
Well, your mom's our number one fan, and Aunt
Cindy's-
Sherry.
yeah.
Aunt Sherry just turned 76, and she also listens.
I love it. Love to hear it. Okay. Speaking of, women of a certain age, I have a DM that I got after The Snack last week. You guys are not ready. Okay. She says, ha ha ha. I love a message from a stranger. It starts with ha 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 ha. Like they're responding to The Snack in the DM, Okay. So she said, and I asked her if I could read this. She said, ha ha ha, I just listened to the new Snack. I love it. The woman who sent money to Brad Pitt, we talked about this last week. This woman basically got catfish from Brad Pitt. She said, the woman who sent money to Brad Pitt is just like how my grandmother thinks she's in a relationship with Matt Rife. You may remember one of Tessa's top 10 worst men of 2024. Okay.
Which she declined to explain. She was like, it's just self-explanatory.
You're not ready for the rest of this. They met on Facebook, and no one can tell her differently. We've taken away her iPad. She buys another one. She's
like, Matt needs me.
She buys hundreds of dollars of Visa gift cards to send to him. This is a problem.
Matt Rife, the number 2 highest selling comedian of this year.
She is so sneaky. She says she's talked on the phone with his mother. Why is it the mom always involved in these scams?
That's how they get you of a certain generation.
She says she's talked on the phone with his mother and he's a good Christian man. Oh, didn't he just get baptized?
Yeah, he just came out as a Christian.
My grandma's 82 and losing it. It sounds like she's got it. It sounds like she's thriving. To be 82 and be like, that's my boyfriend.
Do you think she mails him the gift cards like when you were a kid?
I'm curious about the logistics of the gift cards.
Did your grandparents used to mail you checks when you were a kid for like $10?
Oh my God, a fucking check.
I loved
a $20 check.
Love grandma and grandpa.
If you have any suggestions, let me know. LOL. I've actually haven't talked to my grandma in a while, but she sits at family parties and texts with her phone in front of her face like a teenager.
It's Matt Rife.
It's absolutely infuriating. Ha ha ha. Anyway, love you guys. Have the best day.
She texts at Christmas. She's texting Matt Rife.
That's so funny. They're like, Grandma, everyone go around the table, say what you're thankful for. She's like, I'm thankful for my boyfriend, Matt, and his new Netflix special. I got to send him some money. It's so crazy.
Okay, my suggestion is there was an article that came out a few weeks ago about
you have
the top.
advice.
I have real advice about the top selling comedians in the U.S. this year just by ticket sales. Nate Bargatze was number 1 at like 87 million, and Matt Rife was number 2 at like $65 million in ticket sales alone via Ticketmaster. So just send her that. And Matt Rife does not need Amazon gift cards.
Right. And I would be so mad. I'm like, send me those gift cards, Grandma.
Absolutely.
That's what grandmas are for.
Then you send her a list of the 100 highest grossing women in the country, and you're not on it. And you just say,
Yes.
I need those gift cards.
I need those Visa gift cards.
You know what you should do?
And yes, where is she sending them? Is she like when I used to send my letter to Santa, she just puts North Pole and puts it in the mailbox? It just says Matt Rife, LA, or wherever he lives, Austin. I don't know.
At WMA. Okay, here's my backup idea is you create a fake Facebook account and you're Matt Rife's dad or
Okay.
you're Matt Rife's aunt. And you also get in on this so that you are also getting money. Like if someone, like no one's going to scam my grandma that's not me. So like
Right.
she could also start scamming her grandma.
She should. It sounds like they're fighting right now, but because her grandma's never present at the family holidays. But I just wanted to read you that.
That's
and
so funny.
it was like a funny follow up from last week. So
I love that. Remember when I got catfished by that guy a few years ago?
oh my God, what a memory unlocked.
It was during COVID. It was during like COVID quarantine.
Yeah, you were fucked up.
I was fucked up. And then this guy sent me this photo of him and his dog. It was so cute. And he said like, so great meeting you in the airport lounge, whatever. And then it never occurred to me that I was being catfished. He sent me photos of himself throughout the day. It was 3 different people. That guy didn't even commit to being the same person.
But the way you convinced yourself.
Oh, we're
it was the
sexting.
same
By 10
person.
p.m., we were sexting.
Like you were sending me photos. I'm like, something is not matching up. It's a black person and a white person and an Indian guy. You're like, he just looks different in different lighting.
He just looked different.
It's the lighting.
I think by the end of the day, I was like sending him nudes. It was dark times. And also, do you remember we figured out who that guy was? Remember that girl was like, that photo is my boyfriend?
Oh, the photo he was using.
Because we had Neve Schulman on the show of Catfish fame. We like then became friends with him and his wife. And we were talking to him about it. I forget. I must have read him the DM or something. And this girl reached out and was like, that's my boyfriend's photos.
Yes, we realized too the photos he was using. Well, one of the sets of photos. the white guy. We should have Neve back, talk about this grandma.
That would be fun. He got like a crazy, terrible accident recently and like came back basically like from the grave, essentially. Like,
oh my God.
Anyways, well, I hope he's doing okay. Now that I brought the mood down, let's thank our partners.
Okay.
Thanks to Brooklinen. Get 15% off your first order at brooklinen.com and Skims. Shop Skims Best Intimates at skims.com and in stores.
And a thank you to Built. Get points by paying rent at joinbuilt.com/GGE.
I have to read you one thing, and we can get our reports. Just speaking of like comments, did you see this yet?
I don't know.
So last week I was having a hair problem. I was like really far past when I need to get my extensions done. I mean, it was an actual emergency. And I knew that I looked a little busted on those clips, and I was like, maybe nobody will notice. And somebody commented, Raina needs a makeover. Her hair something. It's not even English, and I'm still insulted. But I'm also like, you right. Raina needs a makeover.
Her hair, or do you think they meant her hair?
Her hair or something.
Or something. They're like, I can't pinpoint it, but it's bad.
It's not good.
But it's the hair.
I had like wings. Like I looked like I had wings. It was really busted up. It was really bad. And your hair looked so cute last week. And so even like just juxtaposed to you.
But I was on my last leg too. Like we went and got our hair done the same day. Like why do you think I did that hairstyle last week? And so we went to the salon the same day last week. My stylist Haley at Beaumain, I don't know, it's French. It's in Beverly Hills.
Balmain?
No, it's not Balmain. Boma. She like brought me back to life, and I'm feeling so good.
Okay, well you look great.
I'm always struggling. And while we're here, I mentioned my thin hair influencer, and a lot of you guys have DM'd me and commented, and I've responded back because I'm not trying to gatekeep. But her name is Courtney Mathis on TikTok. It's CORTNI Mathis, if you guys are curious. And TikTok, there's something for everybody, obviously, but she like had telogen effluvium like I did, and it's like her whole journey. And I'm just like, it just reminds you, like, that's why people were so upset about losing TikTok, because you're able to find people and feel seen in whatever you could possibly have going on. So anyway, thin hair talk.
Thin hair queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to kick this off. You want to kick it off, Raina? Because you named it.
Yes, we have a SoundCloud report for you guys. We're kicking it off with music.
It's a SoundCloud report, which is a little bit of an insult, or you could call it an unexpected bop report.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere. Jess is like, bop's a stretch.
So we have a new Bachelor, Grant Ellis. He is really such a smoke. He's so sexy. He released a new song ahead of his premiere. The song is called Party Girl, and it's a song about a party girl and the problems that it causes her party lifestyle with her significant other.
You think he's just foreshadowing, like, don't be partying, girls?
I think he is. And I think it's the lyrics like, it's not live, laugh, love, it's like live, party, love.
live, laugh, drugs.
Oh, that's better. I don't think that was one of the lyrics, though.
If he didn't say live, laugh, drugs.
No.
Do you think he's the hottest Bachelor we've ever had aside from Clayton? I'm kidding.
Am I... Okay,
I think he's the hottest Bachelor there's ever been.
Susie on Southern Charm this season was on Clayton's season of The Bachelor. And I just put these two together, and there's this whole scene of her like leaving. But anyways, that's neither here nor there right now.
I think Grant's the hottest. I think he's the hottest Bachelor has ever been, because I like his personality. He like has swag, like he's cool.
I'm trying to think of like just the hottest people on The Bachelor. Mike Johnson is just our number one.
People, yes, was not The Bachelor. Too hot to be The Bachelor. Too spicy.
Tyler Cameron.
Also not The Bachelor. Yeah. It's, of course. Mike Johnson and Tyler Cameron. Of course. They're too spicy to be The Bachelor.
Can you imagine Tyler's The Bachelor? I'm dying. He's also like too famous for the show. Yeah. He's like this one season candidate. And that was it. Anyways, we'll move on.
Okay.
Yes, I think he is the sexiest I've seen.
So Grant Ellis dropped the song Party Girl. I want to see a twerk off on the show to the song. I don't know when he wrote the song, but I want to see the song on the show. We probably won't, but that's my dream. I have a question. Do you think he's going to be singing to these girls? Is he going to be serenading them? Because for once, it could be hot.
So here's the thing. Nothing gives me the ick more than like guys singing
But he
in
could
an
pull it
original tune.
Yeah, but you're thinking of like just average white dude with a guitar. Like he could be like an R&B crooner.
What's a crooner? What's that word mean?
Just like a sexy singer. Like you could call Usher a crooner.
Tessa, do you know the word crooner?
Yeah, I would say like
Tessa's a music girly.
What's up? But I don't. Oh, it's a music word.
yeah, like yeah, I.
It's
get,
an
like,
old-timey word.
But
Okay.
like it makes sense in the context. You could
Okay.
be crooner,
Yeah.
like it's like kind of smooth, soulful, like jazz, like kind of
Got
like
it.
that.
Got it,
kinda,
got it,
like,
got
it's
it.
like
Okay.
that vibe of like music.
Yeah.
I mean, not what party.
Like he's
girl
not going
is,
to be
but-
singing like
It helps.
Matchbox 20
It
in
helps
your
he's
face.
not a white guy from the Midwest, basically. Yes. You're right. I would watch him do anything. And if they don't revolve a whole date around this, I'm going to be pissed.
They don't make those girls sing because they always make them do stuff. They make them do like stand-up comedy. Like they're gonna have them be singing. You
Have
think
you seen? There's one that she's a piano player. I don't know if you've.
they duet?
They haven't
I
duetted.
die.
He didn't sing, but like she like shows off his skills, like her skills.
We have a
She's, like,
duet
very
coming.
talented like piano player,
What
and
if
so
they
I'm
just
just
did like the harmony version of the song?
A party girl. She does the piano version of
Just
Party
the
Girl.
like the violin version. I'm going to die for this.
So
Okay.
people are saying it's opportunistic. LOL.
What is going on The
If you
Bachelor?
exactly. You think people are still going on it for the right reasons?
Opportunistic.
The show,
Get out of here.
the show has been an opportunity for what, 10 years? I mean, since the real rise of Instagram and the influencer. What percentage of these relationships work out? 10%? Like literally, like get your bag.
People are on here to get their FabFitFun sponsorships and their Sugar Bear hair care. Yeah, I remember them. And I loved FabFitFun
Me
boxes.
too.
I
I
really
still
did.
do. Yeah.
I wanted their robes and their slippers. Listen, you guys, just
Yeah.
get on FabFitFun. Yeah, the whole reason to go on this show is opportunistic. Who cares?
And I'm not saying that these people don't want to find love. I'm not saying that everyone is like, I'm going on this show solely to promote my career. Like, and I think real relationships come out of it. People do fall in love. Most of them don't get married. It's not that. It's just like, don't criticize someone ever for going on reality TV and saying they're opportunistic. I think they pretty much all are.
But like, you could boil so many things down to being like, quote unquote, opportunistic, hawking anything on Instagram, making reels, putting
Yeah.
yourself out there, having a podcast. Like,
Exactly.
it's opportunistic.
I guess it's just like when people feel like someone is really being inauthentic and they're lying, and that's like the icky part of it. But I don't think, I mean, he seems like a genuine guy. Like he'll probably be really liking these girls and might find somebody.
Also, he just might want some like creative outlet. So he was like, he was a football player and he got injured.
He's done it all.
And now he's in finance. And I think he just wants a creative outlet. And so he's rapping.
He's a
What?
multi-hyphenate.
Well,
Tessa, you watched it.
I did watch
You have
it.
some
I
thoughts?
What'd
watched
you
it this
think?
morning. Basketball player, not football player.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to watch the preview for the season, so I don't know how like what it's gonna be like, how if it's gonna be the most dramatic season ever. But no, I like him. I think he's charming, and so I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be. I like his girls. I think they all seem sweet. I can't like tell who I think like the villain front runner is gonna be, and so I
okay.
think like a pretty anticlimactic first episode. You like tell the front
Yeah.
runners. The fashion was great. That was my favorite part. Is
Okay.
honestly, I feel like we finally had some like good dresses and stuff, so it was fun to watch.
Okay.
For that, and some of the girls like seem like really good, genuine. Like I don't know, maybe it won't be super interesting because it'll actually be like decent people, hopefully.
Okay.
The fashion, that's an interesting call. And this is not to say that the women on The Bachelor aren't dressing well. It is what it is. I feel like the gowns, and then they all look cute all the time. So I want to say that. But like, we could amp that up. Like, why aren't we getting Selling Sunset level fashion? It'd be more fun to watch because I feel like the show is not as popular. So I feel like if I caught wind that like the fashion is sick, I'd be like, oh, I could maybe watch it for the fashion. Why else do we watch Selling Sunset?
I guess because on the one hand, I'm like, well, they're
It's
not really
expensive.
casting fashion girlies, but they are.
You can be a
Who-
fashion
everybody-
girly. Did you ever-
Everybody's a fashion girly today.
Have you ever seen the pilot of Selling Sunset? No one was a fashion girly. They're wearing like Banana Republic
Right.
pencil skirts.
Now they're in costumes to work.
Yeah, but I'm here for the craziness.
I feel like they pick people that want to wear like jeans and a flannel, jeans and a nice sweater, jeans and a button down. That's not the vibe of The Bachelor. That's more the vibe of like Love Island.
But I do feel like when there's a standout fashion girly, she's able to really hone in on that. Like, because I mean, this is a perfect example. By the way, Kelly Green, go Birds. We'll talk about it. I saw this on TV. It was on All American, and Googled it, was able to find it, found it. It was Alice and Olivia, but found it on Poshmark for half the price because Alice and Olivia doesn't sell the green anymore. And like, I just feel like that's such a thing. This is not a hot take, but it's like if you have the fashion going for you in The Bachelor, people are like, they want to wear that shit.
I mean, I tuned in every week to see what Maria was going to walk out in. Every day she was like, let me slip into something a little more comfortable.
Let me slip in some lingerie. Amazing. Okay, that's a good call.
Okay, so also in music news, I didn't expect this. So Heidi Montag, her music is blowing up, and she has released the sequel. She's released her mixtape, Superficial 2 Hollywood Edition, a long-awaited sequel to her debut. So she struck while the iron was hot, and people are saying that she wrote a diss track against Lauren Conrad.
It is. I read all the lyrics. It's called Forgive and Forget, which is when Lauren Conrad said the infamous line, I want to forgive you and I want to forget you.
I want to forget you.
I had chills.
But the only thing really that there is to do is to forgive and forget. So I really do. I want to forgive you and I want to forget you.
Yeah, I mean, it says like, he didn't break my heart, you did. It mentions mascara tears. So if you guys don't know, on The Hills, there was a scene where Lauren was actually not talking to Heidi, she was talking to Audrina. And the single black tear, the most famous tear in history, rolled down her cheek.
Absolutely.
Raina, did you see Spencer promoting this song? You're not ready. You're not ready. We'll put this on YouTube. Raina, you're not ready for Spencer promoting this song. Okay.
No, he has black tears all over his face. He's
so his level of petty is diabolical.
So I was thinking about this because I was like, who is still mad about something that happened 20 years ago? It couldn't be me, and I'm so glad it's them. I love somebody that takes just a beef from decades ago and it's like, I'm still gonna write music about this. Her husband is running down the beach with black mascara all over his face.
No.
Like, they are just, you know what I like about them? What everybody likes about them is that they have never hid who they are. They were like, this was fake. We were fucking fake. Every storyline was fake.
Except
we
our love is real.
Yes. They said we've always called the paparazzi. We give them stories. Like, they're as honest as anybody ever has been.
I agree with you. It is funny, a diss track 20 years later. It's high level petty.
But they just know how to capitalize. Because like even when her song started like blowing up, I was like, who's promoting this? And you saw Brody Jenner and Kristen Cavallari and Lauren Conrad did not promote it. And I said to you, like, I got to go to Lauren Conrad's comments and see what people are saying. And because she didn't promote Heidi's song. And most people were kind of sticking up for her, saying like, she doesn't need to, these people are not part of her life, you know?
Yes, we're not picking a side. Leave Lauren alone. You know what I mean? Like they were so young. Like again, it was what was real and what wasn't. No, that's not that. I'm not. Don't come at me. Pick Heidi or Lauren. I will not. I refuse. But I'll Do It, which is very funny. I looked at this last night. So I'll Do It is the most popular song, obviously, the one that everybody was using for Reels and TikToks and stuff like that. And it's very funny to look at her discography because her songs have like 1 or 2 million streams. A few of them have 1 or 2 million streams, whatever. Most of them are like 300K. You know, it's what it is. 200, 300, 500K.
It's more than your average person. Sure.
I'll Do It is 72 million.
Holy shit.
So it's funny outlier. And then did you know Pitbull remixed it?
No.
Oh my God. I was on Heidi and Spencer's TikTok last night. So they did this party of some sort. Some DJ was playing it. So Pitbull did this I'll Do It remix. He has a whole verse. He hypes it. It's fire.
I'm obsessed with Pitbull. I have been obsessed with Pitbull and Daddy Yankee since before it was cool.
An OG.
That's amazing. I love to see it. You know what? And I love that they're just like, we'll do anything for fame and attention.
I'll do it.
And I'll do it.
Is that what I'll Do It's about?
Probably. Try me. I'll do it.
Anything for fame. I'll do it.
I love to see it.
Okay, so that is our SoundCloud report. Thank you, Raina, for titling it. Really quick, the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Oh my God.
That win was so fun.
That win was unbelievable. And I went in 2023, the first time they played. I went when they played the Chiefs and they lost. And
to the Super Bowl.
To the Super Bowl. Yes, I brought my brother. And I said, I'm never doing this again. It gutted me emotionally, financially. I was like, I truly believe they're winning this. I know for certain they are unstoppable. Saquon Barkley is a gift from God. He is an absolute machine. Nobody's hurt. We have Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. And we're like, we got this. We got this. Like, I was pulling for the Bills, to be honest. I think they're an underdog, but I'm ready for this revenge arc. And it's happening. I know it is.
Okay.
But I still would not go. I won't.
I am trying to get you to go.
I'm not going. And like, not that it's so easy. I'm not leaving. But I said this before, you guys. I said it. Like, if you could if you could actually guarantee me, if Vegas called me and they were like, listen, we know
If
who's gonna
Vegas
win.
called you,
If Vegas called and they
the
were like,
city
they're
called
gonna
you.
win.
Hi,
It's all
Ashley.
rigged and they're gonna win. I'd be like, all right, I'll consider it. But like, I think the Super Bowl is so fun. I think I had the best time of my life until like it all came crashing down. And I will go again when it's not my team and have fun and party and like enjoy the game without that type of pressure and without that type of heartbreak.
Okay, last year I said I refused to not go to the Super Bowl again. And by the way, I don't care if I go to the I don't care if I go to the game. Like, you can just go to fun parties. I like the environment. I actually going to the actual game is the last thing I care about unless the Steelers are playing.
Yeah.
But last year I was like, I will not go. And then this year I have planned a Super Bowl party, and every single person that I invited said yes.
Yeah.
And I have really white couches, and I'm really stressed out about it. And one of our girlfriends, Jackie, was like, I can't come to your party. I'm actually going to the Super Bowl. And I was like, if you get me a ticket, I'll cancel this party.
I mean, like, I'm talking a big game, but like if, it got offered to me and it was like not so exorbitantly expensive, like I might consider it, but I'm like, I still don't know if I can, I'm too fragile. Like my whole emotional well-being since 2025 started and even before has been riding on this team. Like I'm watching these games, like I shouldn't feel like this. I shouldn't be this unstable where like the game a couple weeks ago when they played in the snow, I was crying. I was on the FaceTime with Sparkle Eyes and he was like, I've never dated a girl that cried at football. And I was like, okay, listen, that's not, I don't want
These
that to be
cities
my
are like
narrative.
that. Like Pittsburgh is like that too. Like my entire emotional well-being in college was like anchored to like Ben Roethlisberger and how the Steelers were going to do. Like
Yeah.
I think that these
he's
cities
a
are like
rapist.
that.
Different
This was
vibes.
before we knew.
This Eagles team, I feel bad if you're not an Eagles fan. Like they're just so special.
They're fun to-
Like this
they're fun to root
Saquon
for.
Barkley. I mean, he might break rushing yards all-time record if he gets, I think it's like 120, I'm not certain, in the Super Bowl. Like he could break the all-time record. He's unbelievable. We'll talk about it next week. It'll be our
And I'm
official
also
Super Bowl.
working on a Super Bowl commentator for the show, and I just got her contact info. So maybe let's just manifest it.
Go Birds.
We'll manifest like a fun interview for the snack coming up.
Okay, Raina, hit us with that PETA report.
This was surprising to me. So PETA suggests replacing Punxsutawney Phil on Groundhog Day with a weather reveal cake. And, with so much going on in the world, so much terrible stuff going on in the world, this is where people put their energy. And
Not people, PETA specifically.
PETA.
They go so hard.
PETA.
Not that people don't work for PETA, but PETA is going to go hard.
And PETA, I did not know this, has actually been pitching alternatives to Punxsutawney Phil for years. I said Punxsutawney Phil.
So if you guys aren't familiar, Punxsutawney Phil.
Do people not know who that is? Punxsutawney Phil is the groundhog who predicts whether winter will last another 6 weeks or not. And I didn't know this, but he lives off-site with his family, and they.
Okay, so no, Raina, because at first I was like, they're trying to take his job away. Like, this is his job. Punxsutawney Phil is feeding his family, living off site, and PETA is like, we want him to be unemployed.
They want him to retire. They said they want him and his family to retire to a reputable sanctuary instead of taking part in the annual tradition. I guess they bring him there every year.
Okay, so immediately I was like, I hate this. Stop trying to take his job away. I think he knows how important he is, and they're just going to rip him of that. But their thing, which, listen, I am an animal lover, always want animals to feel safe and comfortable. I mean, they say that it's against their natural instincts and that they're shy animals, which I know they are shy. It says year after year, Phil is transported to Gobbler's Knob.
Gobbler's Knob.
That is so cute.
That is like the most porn star name. That is like a whole movie
Gobbler's
about
Knob is
sucking a
insane.
dick.
Yes, that's a porn. Whisked on stage and subjected to a noisy announcer, screaming crowds, and flashing lights against all his natural instincts. If he was approached in his natural habitat, he would run away in fear. He would not volunteer to live year-round in captivity, unable to do anything. I don't know that he's in captivity. Again, I don't want to misspeak.
I assume he is in captivity because how would they get him every year?
You're right.
Otherwise, he would just run away.
He does have to. Okay, but you're going to die at the last sentence. To live in year-round captivity, unable to do anything that's natural and important to him, like hibernate or burrow, just to be a town's once-a-year fake meteorologist. Not the fake meteorologist.
Okay, but like, how many meteorologists that do this full time and get paid are even good at their jobs? Fake meteorologists.
Okay, so I think a cake is a crazy alternative, but I have a plan.
Okay.
We need to replace animal with one who isn't shy. Let a fucking squirrel do this shit. Squirrels have no shame. The squirrels in my back patio are fucking on my table.
I'm terrified of them.
Swimming in my water feature. They're terrorizing Azul every chance they get. Like, just give the job to a squirrel.
The squirrels on the west side of LA are terrifying.
Deranged.
They are on my table like, fight me, bitch.
No, like, still call it Groundhog Day. Who actually cares? Like, have a squirrel do this shit. Any squirrel. You don't have to keep them in captivity. Like, let a squirrel, they would love to do it.
Just get one from Venice, California. They're in my backyard.
No,
they're acting
I can
crazy.
get you one anytime.
No, literally, they're always in my backyard eating oranges. I think my neighbor leaves orange peels out. Every day there's an orange peel on my side of the fence.
That's crazy. That's our favorite food.
I'm going to knock next door and be like, hi, can you please
stop with the
leaving orange
oranges?
peels?
Because the squirrels.
Yes, I have to clean them up every single day.
I'll put this on YouTube, but like, remember that day I looked out? These squirrels were fucking. They were doggy style.
You have some
One
crazy-
squirrel like was fucking the other squirrel from the back.
You have some crazy
from the
animals.
back.
Well,
Standing.
Do you think they fuck missionary?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, let them do this.
Squirrels are terrifying. Also, semantics wise, I guess I never thought about it that deeply. I didn't know that like Punxsutawney and his family were like kept in captivity and bussed in every year. Like I thought it was a different gerbil thing. Groundhog every year.
I don't love it either. I know there's obviously like, I don't need to go down this road, but I know there's like ethical like sanctuaries and stuff like that. And like I just, I think zoos can be really cruel. There's a very like wide spectrum of zoos and ones that are more ethical. But yeah, like I don't obviously like animals like living against their own like natural habitat, natural instinct. So I mean, but yeah, it's just like you say like there's so many other problems in the world, but like to PETA, this is the top.
That's true. I think we should keep working on SeaWorld.
PETA.
Okay,
Yeah.
Blackfish lives in my heart.
Right.
That was the first documentary I ever remember watching, and it changed me forever.
Yeah.
You guys were looking for a terrifying documentary, Blackfish. Okay, well, good for PETA for keeping on.
The cake was a miss.
That was stupid.
They said something about a coin toss one time.
Oh yeah, I saw the coin toss.
A big coin. Yeah, I think if
Pick an
they're
animal.
listening, pick a non-shy animal.
Yeah, that no one cares about.
Dewey would have done this. Not as old, but Dewey would have.
Dewey walk down stage at the Beacon?
Yes.
In front of 3,000 people just chilling.
Was he at the Beacon?
He was
at
at Town Hall.
He passed before the Beacon.
Oh.
Azul came to the Beacon and he did not like it, and PETA wouldn't have liked it either.
Did somebody carry him out?
My brother walked him out, and he didn't like it, and we will never probably do it again unless I felt like there was a scenario where he was going to feel safe. So no,
Right.
but like Dewey would saunter out.
Like
Sold out show at Town Hall. He was unbothered. He would go up to the front of the stage. Everyone would pet him. Like literally he would walk out and 1,500, 2,000 people would scream, and he was unfazed. He lived for it. He was a star.
That was crazy. Anyways.
Okay.
All right.
Let's take a quick break and then we will pick it back up.
Okay, I'm telling you guys about Brooklinen. I just moved into a new house, as you know. I'm decorating each room, and I'm just trying to like decide what my vibe is. And so I decided to redecorate my bedroom. And one of the things I'm doing to just add some pops of color and a little bit more personality is the bedding. So I got a bunch of stuff from Brooklinen, and I just love the way it makes my bed look. It has upgraded my whole space. It just looks really like beautiful and chic and lifestyle. So I'll tell you what I got. I got the Luxe Sateen Core Sheet Set. I just find them to be so soft and beautiful, and they just feel so nice. And I like to sleep naked, and I only want sheets to feel great on my body. And I picked a couple different colors. So I'm pivoting from white. I got Pebble, and they have some really nice green shades. I like this fresh moss.
Green is so pretty.
And I mean, of course, they have all the different blues. They have patterns, but it feels really great on your body. I also got a linen duvet cover. And then they really make it easy to layer as well. So there's tons of blankets. You make your space look really interesting, inviting, warm, beautiful, different, one of a kind.
Yeah. I love both of the sheets. I have the classic percale hardcore sheet bundle in Pebble, like Raina mentioned, and then I just ordered that Luxe Sateen hardcore sheet bundle in cream. So I'm veering away from white too. I still have white sheets and everything, but like my bedroom has those like warm colors, even like the color of the paint on the wall. It's just kind of like creamy and beiges, and they're the best sheets.
I love
and they
the way
fit
they feel.
the bed. They're not baggy. I hate a baggy sheet.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
we're obsessed.
So we love it. And there's great bundles. There's great blankets. There's duvet covers. There's duvets if you'd like. There's tons in there just to make your sleep even better. Shop award winners and fan faves in store or online at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Get 15% off your first order today.
Okay, and I'm telling you about Built. So if you are a renter, this is for you. You really should start taking advantage of Built. So here's the thing. We earn points on groceries, travel, and practically everything else we buy, but we should also be earning points on rent, one of our biggest monthly expenses. Built changed the game by letting renters earn high value points on rent and around their neighborhood. So we love this so much. Again, like, why not? Why would you not want to get points
On
for
something you're gonna
paying
do all the time.
biggest expense, like they said? So there is no cost to join Built, and as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and on your everyday spending. Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even the ones you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties around the world you can redeem your Built points toward. Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, our question is, why not? Like I just said. You guys can start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/GGE. That's joinbilt.com/GGE. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/GGE to start earning points on your rent payments today.
And if you guys are thinking, wow, Raina's boobs look so perky and wonderful, I'm wearing my Skims bra that I wear most days. I love their underwear and their bras. There's so much to choose from. So my favorite collection is the Fits Everybody collection. I wear their boy shorts around my house. The t-shirt bra is what I have on right now. And it's great underwire. I've always liked to wear underwire bras. I mean, I used to have even bigger boobs, but I like to sleep with a bra as well. And so I like something that's going to be comfy all night long as well. So I wear it all day and all night. And there's tons of colors. They really have focused on having every shade and size. And I really don't rush to take my bra off anymore when I get home. And I got those panties too to match. So check out everything. Their site is great for yourself, or if you want to gift something to your partner, your friends, your children, pets. Shop Skims Best Intimates, including the Fits Everybody collection and more at skims.com and Skims stores. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. Okay,
we have not talked about Luigi in a minute, and I was thinking the other day, like, I haven't even masturbated to him in so long. Like, it's been such a stressful month.
Have you masturbated to him?
Are we not all? Is everybody not? I thought we were.
I thought we agreed that we were all masturbating to him. I mean, I feel that he united the nation, everybody from all sides, and I miss it. Dare I say hero?
Oh my God. Also, babe, if you're listening, I'm not masturbating to Luigi.
Also, I don't think you're a hero for killing people. Leave me alone.
Okay. The disclaimers, they're so different. Yeah, so this is just a funny little thing we want to talk about because, again, it's just we haven't talked about Luigi in a minute. And it is that Dave Franco says everyone has been texting him about Luigi Mangione comparisons. So
he looks, he's 20 years older, but he's a dead ringer.
He is?
Yeah, he's 46.
Oh.
He's married to Allison Brie, who I am crazy about. Loved her on Mad Men. She's on Community. I think she's
been
phenomenal.
In so much. Well, Raina, we just watched How to Be Single.
Yes, and she's also in How to Be Single,
which I thought you watched. That was news to me because I was
honest.
I've been hyping this movie that's kind of a deep cut. I mean, maybe I don't know. A lot of people don't know about it. It was never like the biggest blockbuster. I think it's a perfect movie, and I love her character in the movie. Anyway, but we watched that when we were living together in San Diego. He could play him easily. He does not look.
He wasn't giving me 46. I read this in this article.
They look the same, is what I'm saying.
Totally the same. Same exact age. That guy looks like a little baby face. That guy, I don't believe that he is 46. Is there a typo?
That's not that old.
But he's not 26 is what I'm saying.
No, he just said anyone who has my number has reached out. And like, I feel like at first that's really flattering. But after the 20th text, you're like, guys, stop. I get it. Like, if everybody was telling you that you should play America's Heartthrob, like, at what text are you like, this has to stop? I have to change my number.
Oh, not me. I'm calling my agent. Like, let's get it popping.
Oh, he's 39, Tessa said.
I still would be going after my agent.
It's a Gemini.
Little Gemini brother.
So I was thinking, is there anyone else? And he's the one. I can't think of, like, if they did a Luigi Mangione, casted whatever show, movie, and like didn't cast Dave Franco, people would riot.
Who else would do it?
Yeah, exactly.
I miss the lookalike contest. I feel like they have slowed down in the last couple weeks, and I also think that America needs that.
Oh my God, you're so right.
I think about you saying that we need a Mitch McConnell lookalike contest continuously.
Mitch McConnell voted against Pete Hegseth, but he can still suck my dick.
Okay. I would still go to that lookalike contest.
I've agreed with him one time. A broken clock is right twice a day, but he's done so much other damage for this country. But
he's barely alive anymore. So
he
doesn't
probably didn't know what he was
doing.
saying.
Yeah. Anyways, I love Allison Bray. I support anything she does, and of course, she's married to this guy.
I just think it's funny that she's being like, guys, please stop texting my husband. Like, we get it. He has to like make a statement like to his close friends, stop texting me.
Please leave me alone.
Yeah.
But like, if you're gonna look like somebody, it's never anybody you want. And like, this is the one time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like one of the main things is like his bold brows. And I feel, like my fiance has those bold brows. Like if Sparkle Eyes did that, like did the crime, he also would have had to shave his eyebrows off. Like, did you see the Dave Chappelle monologue?
No.
I loved every second of it.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle's SNL monologue from a couple weeks ago just covered the fires. He did a great message. It was just great. I mean, I think I love Dave Chappelle. But he said, like, how did he not shave those eyebrows off?
I mean,
They're
it's crazy.
so distinct.
I just think he was like, no one's gonna catch me. Who's gonna turn me in? He really didn't do that much.
We need him more than ever. Okay. What next is this trend? What?
We need him more than ever. We're like, maybe laugh. That's
okay.
why I'm laughing. Anyways, okay. So this trend on TikTok, it actually, I feel like I'm usually smart in this, but this took me a minute.
Oh, okay.
The "you're so funny" trend, and if you've seen these TikToks, it's essentially people saying like that people tell them they're so funny, and then they reveal their trauma and like why they turned out to be funny. It took me a second.
So like an example is, you're so funny, thanks. We don't say I love you in my family. You're so funny, thanks. I don't have a relationship with my dad. You're so funny, thanks. I have no childhood memories and get scared when men get angry. And they're not all dark, but I mean, it is kind of like, we've always said this.
No,
like
totally.
you develop a sense of humor based on something. It's that, people whose lives are perfect and you go through life like attractive and popular and good at sports and all the things forever. Like, I don't think you're going to be that funny.
I don't think we can date.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
your life is too good.
Yeah.
I am funny because I got
Do it. Do the trend. Okay.
Okay.
You're so funny. Thanks. You have to do it.
You're so funny. Thanks. I didn't get pretty until I was 35, and I bought myself a new face. Also, I never heard anything nice about myself in my household ever.
Aww.
Growing up. Well, from my dad, I did.
Yeah.
That's dark. Not a lot of hugs in my home.
It's kind of funny because I feel like the dads are kind of the ones I've seen more about dads, and your dad really did love you.
He really does love me. Yes, he tells me all the time.
It'd be funny the opposite. Someone's like, you're not funny, and you're like, thanks, my dad loved me.
I do think about that sometimes, though. Like, I could have been funnier.
Ew, you're not even funny. Sorry, my parents are still married.
Too stable.
Yeah. Okay, I have a few. You're so funny, thanks. I was taller than all the boys my entire childhood and wore a size 10 shoe in 6th grade.
That's funny.
Being taller than all the boys until like I was 16, like that's gonna...
Totally.
Thanks, my parents forced me to play basketball and I was a junior on JV. And thanks, my brother was the cute one, so I spent every day of my childhood making sure I outshined him. And I think that's the truest one.
That's relatable.
Like, since Matt was born when I was 4 years old, I was like, fuck this.
No, that's really relatable.
If people thought Matt did something funny, I would go to my room and be like, what can I do funnier?
Wait, really?
I hate it because he was like cuter. And people thought he was like so funny. And I was like, he's not funny.
He is so funny.
He's so
it's
funny
like,
now.
I mean, really.
No, he's actually the funniest person.
It's like I'm jealous. Like when I'm in like a
I
group
know.
chat with him, I'm like, God, everything
really
I say,
quick.
I'm like, got him. And then he just comes back with something funnier. And I'm like, God damn it.
He's really quick. He's really smart.
so
but
annoying.
He just was like always cute and good at sports. And, I was also like the smart one with all the grades. And it wasn't really that. Like we had our different strengths and, whatever. We're also like different gender. But I just was like very jealous when he came along. And I just feel like it made me go really hard on like entertaining my family.
I feel like you went in the different direction. Like you went in the competitive direction. You're like,
Yeah.
like, look who's going to be great. I just think I just kind of abdicated. Like my brother was so great. And I was just like, I don't care about this kid. I'm going to fuck all you guys. I'm just going to like go let other people think I'm great.
Okay.
That is what I did.
Yeah. You're like,
Now I
fuck
have
this
this whole
family.
audience. Yeah, fuck this whole family.
You're so funny. Thanks. Fuck my family. Thanks, my family. Did nothing to contribute. But no, it is so funny because you and I really talk about how funny our brothers are. They are really funny. I mean, I think like I mean, we're funny. We do comedy. You can disagree if you like, but I think sense of humor and comedy and people who want to get into comedy and be funny, like a lot of it does come from like deep, dark trauma. But if not, and both can exist, like you kind of a funny family. Like Nikki Glazer, for example, like I love watching her with their parents. They're both funny. I don't know anything about her sister really, but like you see that sometimes. Like I know where I got my sense of humor. Like my mom, like is such an amazing storyteller. My dad has like the dirty jokes and like a dark sense of humor. Like I actually am the mix of them with the chip on my shoulder for my brother that really completed the personality.
You guys really, you're all funny. It's a competition to like see who can be funnier. Like there's a high level of intelligence in comedy, you know?
Yeah.
And I felt like that in my dad's side of the family too. Like when I'm on a group chat with like John and Sherry, Uncle John and Aunt Sherry, Uncle John for
Uncle
you guys.
John, yeah.
Like they're so quick. My brother is like high level, so smart. Everything he says, I'm like so jealous.
The men in my family, the men and the boys, like really picked on me. And I think it really made me strong and like who I am too. Like I really was sensitive and really hated it when I was a kid. Like my cousin Scott, obviously my little brother, like my dad, my uncles, like everybody kind of picked me in good fun. But I just really think I'm glad that happened. And when I was younger, I just was like a sensitive little bitch. And then it just like toughened me up. And I was like, look at me now. Roast all of you.
I mean, I got so much attention for how big my boobs were. I don't think people were like paying attention to like if I was like smart or funny or interesting or anything. It's just I got so much attention for that. And I was like dying to not have attention for that. And I was like, I'll be the funny one that says crazy stuff.
You look up here.
Yeah.
It's just like a diversion.
And now I'm like, no, look down here. I'm like, I want my boobs to stand out more.
Can I tell you guys what happened the other day? We were at dinner and Raina starts talking about chia seeds to make your boobs bigger. And I go, I think to myself, oh, she's telling me how to make my boobs bigger. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like I didn't ask, but I appreciate it. And I was like, I hear, we were talking also with Rob and she was like, if you eat chia seeds every day, your boobs will get bigger. I'm like, oh, thanks so much. Obviously, I have small boobs. I love them bigger. And you go, no, I'm talking about for me.
I would never I'm going to make comments about your body. That's crazy.
Well, I would like them to be a little bigger.
I'm not. Okay, but that's up to you to start that conversation. If you ever said to me, hey, Raina, have you seen any TikToks recently? Or former models of Victoria's Secret are talking about how they used to make their boobs bigger. I'd say, oh my God, I do have somebody for you. Eat chia seeds. But I wouldn't be like, you know what, Ashley, I was thinking that your breasts could be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, but they could. And so Raina's saying this stuff and it took me, I couldn't even register that she was talking about herself. I like had a stroke. I'm like, what are you for you? 3 breast reduction, bitch? What? I was like very confused.
I've just lost some weight recently, and I feel that they're not as thank you. They're not as enormous as they used to be, and I have worked really hard. I've had 3 breast reductions in 3 years. If you guys are newer here, I had 2 breast reductions and an augmentation, and now I'm just thinking they're a little small for me. I know they fit my body and they're good, but I was like, maybe I could go up like a size. So yeah, check out chia seeds.
I don't think this has been proven.
Oh no, this is one TikTok I saw. Oh. This is not, I'm not a doctor, it's not medical advice. Like
I looked it up and yeah, some people, okay, but that being said, there are just a lot of what you eat, like your general diet and how it makes your body look, in general.
Well, we've talked about how I was so skinny in college. I'm 5 feet tall. I probably weighed 110 pounds in college, 108 pounds. And my face was so fat because I was so bloated all the time because of my diet.
Right.
But I was so tiny.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, we got to wrap it up with Justin Blake because this,
my whole personality.
God, okay.
Ashley will check in with me or Tessa, honestly every couple hours with a new thing. And I will not get bored of it.
No.
I can't. I pulled my car over the other day to watch the 10-minute video that he released.
Him, Justin.
So
the dancing
behind
video.
the scenes videos.
If you guys are keeping up, then if you know, basically, we can't go through it all now. If you really aren't invested in this at all, maybe you just want to skip to the end. This is the last thing we're going to do. So but if it's never ending and his lawsuit, I don't know, 180-page lawsuit, whatever it was, all of their text messages have been released and the actual video footage. And you read the communication between her and Justin, and it's you see this flirty side of it. And it seems like Ryan Reynolds got involved here. I think a lot of people's hypothesis is how he has kind of been pulling the strings behind this. But I go back and forth on this. I will say I was horrified by the stuff I read in her suit, but then you see the counter evidence, and there's just no real evidence of it. And I'm like, if it's not true, that's sick, you know?
Uh-huh.
And that obviously takes away from real victims of these things. And, you know, again, like we only know what we know, but the suits are out there with a lot of like documentation.
Details. And like if she said I felt sexually uncomfortable, I felt harassed, who's to say that she didn't? And you can release all the evidence in the world and remove some context and it will make her look a certain way. Like we're not past, we don't know, we weren't there, but there has been voice memos now have been released and videos and text. So this is 2:00 in the morning. Justin Baldoni leaves her a voice note, and he doesn't sound drunk. It just sounds like late. He's tired, and he's basically. I'll just play for you.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 in the morning. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Wow, there's so much I want to say to you. I want to start with an apology. Man, for sure fell short. And you worked really hard on that. I feel really grateful that you feel safe enough to tell me that that's how you feel and share that with me. And I'm really sorry. And I'm excited to go through the whole movie with you. I'm just excited to spend time with you. I'm excited to be in your sphere and your presence. And all that to say, I'm just really looking forward to spending time together. I am so sorry you have been through what you've been through with these other filmmakers and producers or whoever the people were that you worked with. It just pissed me off. I'm going to stop rambling because Jesus.
It goes on like this because it's like,
What is it regarding?
he is basically saying, I'm sorry that you've had bad experiences on other sets that you've had. And it's interesting because I find it highly inappropriate that a man would be sending a voice note to a married woman, a mother at 2:00 in the morning at this tone. Like you could have done it during the day. It sounds really sexy, but he's releasing this as further evidence that like they had intimate conversations, they had a good rapport, that she shared with him, I had bad experiences on other sets. And he's like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Thank you for telling me how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, if you read all the texts, which it'll take you forever. I mean, I haven't read them all. I haven't claimed to. I've read a decent amount of them. Like they had an intimate rapport. She sends him page-long text messages too, you know, and like there's also this part where, I mean, again, and she just kept throughout pushing and wanting to get like more power that she wasn't granted initially. Just like, can I rewrite the scene? Can I see the dailies? And then Ryan came and he starts needing to see the dailies, which is just like the footage from that day. And I mean, I can't forget that like Justin Baldoni hired that PR company, you know, to do the smear campaign. We can't forget about that. I want to remember that.
Yeah.
I still think, you know, he's a bit of a fraud. I mean, we heard from someone who recorded with him. He was terrible. I mean, I think I stand on what I said. Like, I don't think you'd probably like either of them, but like, this is pretty brutal for her. In terms of public perception, I mean, again, we're just like, I'm trying to tread lightly and just kind of give the facts. And I guess you guys can kind of pick up on how you think I currently feel, which is actually nobody's side. But if it does come out that like all this stuff was lies, like, come on, that's really, it's bad for women. And I mean, this is just looking really bad for her and Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I think you and I hold space for any possibility, right? Like, I think that there are certainly ways that you can release tons of video and text and photo evidence that is put into a certain context that removes the actuality of really what was happening. And she could very well say, I don't care what he said in this voice note. It's really inappropriate to send me this at 2 a.m. and I did feel harassed and I don't like this. And he's saying, well, this is proof that I'm on her side. And she could be like, I'm a mother. I don't want this.
But it's like, did all that other stuff happen? I don't know. Because it's like, here we kind of proof it didn't. And then is she going to come back and be like, no, it did. And here's my proof. I mean, I don't know.
Well, the court date is set to March 2026. So we have an entire year.
Are they going to actually bring this to court?
Yeah, they're going to go. That's the court date.
Okay, so one funny thing that I had found that Raina really liked, and we'll just kind of wrap up with this, is obviously there's so many different layers to this, but a lot of people didn't know that this happened, and we just like think it's funny niche drama. So the headline is Justin Baldoni demands Disney Marvel preserve all documents relating to Ryan Reynolds' nice pool in Deadpool and Wolverine amid Blake Lively legal battle. Okay, so basically what that means is that in the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, obviously the biggest blockbuster of the last year, the summer, whatever, Justin Baldoni is claiming that they created a character called Nice Pool to mock him. So if you guys have seen it, I haven't seen it, but Ryan Reynolds plays Nice Pool. I asked my fiance and he was like, basically Ryan Reynolds, I don't want to misspeak. He goes through different like universes and there's different characters.
I
whatever.
wouldn't know.
So he plays Nice Pool. Justin Baldoni's attorney believes Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds, was flagrantly mocking Baldoni. The sequence features Reynolds playing Nice Pool, an oafish alternative version of the eponymous hero Deadpool, saying such lines as, "Where in God's name is the intimacy coordinator?" and complimenting Lady Pool, which was Blake Lively, right? For snapping back into shape after giving birth. There's some other things too. Oh, it says when Deadpool points out Nice Pool's misogyny in the scene, Nice Pool replies, "It's okay, I identify as a feminist."
I mean, this is so crazy.
And then the other thing I thought was so crazy, this is a very like Taylor Swift style like Easter egg. In the end credits of Deadpool and Wolverine, the actor who plays Nice Pool, who is Ryan Reynolds, okay, remember we keep it up, he plays everybody. He is listed as Gordon Reynolds.
So it says Nice Pool played by Gordon Reynolds. Okay.
Instead of Ryan Reynolds. In a strange twist, Lively thanked Gordon Reynolds in the end credits of It Ends With Us. Drawing a seeming line to Nice Pool. Yeah, hello.
I mean, this is so wild to me. Like this, like it's not a conspiracy theory. I mean, they did it. And also, by the way, if your wife was honestly being sexually harassed by somebody, she felt threatened, she felt uncomfortable, are you writing jokes like the intimacy coordinator into your film? Like, is this how you like hit back at him? Like, it feels a little lighthearted.
Yeah, I mean, I think a large population of the internet think they just had a thing going on because I guess Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively met on a set and wasn't he with Scarlett Johansson? All the comments are always like somewhere Scarlett Johansson is just like thriving.
People are saying that also Blake Lively got into a relationship with Leonardo DiCaprio on a set of a film. People are like, she has a pattern of dating her co-stars. So does everybody that's in acting.
No, that's
not like a her thing. I mean, if I was opposite any of these people, I would also be fucking them.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, I was really on her side. And, you know, when the lawsuit came out, I was like, this is like pretty horrific. And like, she's not a perfect victim, you know, like people think she's mean and this and that, but it's like, you don't have to be a perfect victim to be right, you know, and to be harassed or be whatever it is. And so, but now I'm like, man, this is really crazy. And I think it's ever changing, and you're welcome to always change your mind about how you get new information, you change your position. So, I mean, listen, keep it going, guys. Keep it coming.
I'll live for it.
So now, will she do another counter something?
I mean, I feel like he is just releasing so much private information. Like, she's got to hit back, right?
But with what? I mean,
don't
like,
know.
This feels like the dump. Like, this feels like that lawsuit came out. He was like, oh, seriously? Have all the text.
All of it. I mean, all the text, 10-minute video of them on set, voice notes. None of this makes him look great.
Right. Because, like, again, and like, there's so much footage, and it's like, okay, we need to make sure that her claims in the sexual harassment suit are corresponding with the actual clips we're being shown. Like, I'm really like, you could pull 10 minutes from anywhere and be like, oh, she wasn't being harassed. And that's not fair. Because she could have been another time. But like, they are, like, the lines she cited, like, there was a time where she said something about her spray tan. Like, they are pulling all those moments that they have captured to be like, that isn't what happened.
Yes.
They're not just like, because that wouldn't, obviously, you got what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Well,
I hope it never ends.
hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Snack.
Yes. Shop that Valentine's Day line for Vibes Only. We didn't mention at the beginning of the episode, but we have a sexual wellness company, tons of fun toys for Valentine's Day to just spice up a solo night or a Galentine's or with your partner. We have a brand new adjustable cock ring. We have our tried and true Richard cock ring, which is one of our best sellers. New colors of the Reina, Air Pulse Vibe in cherry, and we have a brand new Lucy Love Kit, which is our bullet with 3 different sleeves.
Yes, nailed it. Okay. So you guys can shop that at vibesonly.com. Vibes Only on Instagram. Fun little video we just posted about the one.
Watch the whole thing, you guys.
Yeah, you got to watch it. Raina had a cameo, and there'll be more too. So Vibes Only on Instagram is a fun follow. Girlsgottaeat.com, Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I am Ash Hess. Raina is Raina.Greenberg, and we will see you Monday. Go Birds.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Bye.